Welcome back to Talk of the Town as we get a little Irish now and kiss the Blarney Stone, if you will, and talking with Natalie Vasquez from Erin's Snug Irish Pub. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, Rich. How are you?
Good, really good. You know, I love that place. What makes it different than other restaurants that people might go to?
Well, aside from it being Irish, we have a few large dining rooms so we can hold private parties there for, rehearsal dinners and holiday parties for anywhere between 20 to 200 people. Wow. So it's pretty interesting.
Now, how long have you been out there? I remember when the building actually went up and there wasn't so much stuff in that area and there's so many things that have been built up over the years. How long has Erin's been there?
It's been there for about 8 years, but this past summer we actually added an outdoor bar to our patio called Fiddlers Green.
Okay.
So yeah, it's brand new.
I saw the construction out there and was wondering, what are they putting, and so I think it's a really cool outdoor setting. Talk a little bit about Fiddlers Green, if you will.
Well, we have a really nice fire pit out there and obviously heaters. It's Wisconsin.
Right.
But beyond that, we have over 20 taps outside as well as a bunch of large HD, big TVs out there. So game day is really fun. Basketball.
Outdoor
baseball,
patios
football.
sure have changed over the years, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm from Florida, so they're all over the place down there.
Okay.
So coming up here, when our owner said, hey, I want to put one of these in, I thought he was insane, but we put in enough heaters that it works.
Great. Yeah, that's great to hear. Now, what's coming up at Erin's Snug Irish Pub? I have a feeling that you have a pretty big event.
Day.
Yeah, in March,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're going to have live music throughout the day. It's going to start at noon and then continue on into the evening. We'll even have bagpipers there around 9 o'clock at night. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so live music, are there bands that are coming in?
Yes, different bands, different sets. They're all about 2 to 3 hours. So throughout the night, you'll get, a different sense of music.
Sounds like a good party.
Yeah, it will be.
Well, what are some of the dishes that you're going to be serving up on St. Patty's Day?
We do corned beef and cabbage, corned beef sandwiches, all of the corned beef stuff, obviously, Guinness stew, and then plenty of green beer and Jameson.
Guinness stew. What's Guinness stew?
Guinness stew is, first of all, it's huge. You're always going to need a take-home box with it. But it's like a beef stew with a bunch of vegetables and then this huge puff pastry on top. It's really good. Really good for winter.
Yeah. What are some of the traditional Irish dishes that you do out there?
Those are the corned beef and cabbage is, slices of corned beef across with potatoes, vegetables, and then stock in there.
Okay.
Guinness stew, corned beef and cabbage, Rubens.
Rubens, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We actually created a corned beef shillelagh, which is like a mixture of a corned beef sandwich and an egg roll. Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's different. Maybe not traditional, kind of fusion.
Not traditional, but exactly. Americanized.
Love it.
Fried it. It's good.
now on St. Patrick's Day, everybody wants to have corned beef and cabbage. How much corned beef do you go through on St. Patty's Day?
We actually order 1,700 pounds of corned beef. It's just under 2 tons
Holy
for St. Patty's
cow.
Day alone. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're going to go through it all?
We're going to go through it all, and we make it all there in the restaurant, so it's fresh. It's really good.
Oh, wow. That's absolutely great. Talk a little bit about some other stuff then that's going on at Erin's as well. Traditional stuff that you do during the week, normal stuff. What is a normal day or specials that people could look for?
Well, we have happy hour every day from 3 to 6, and then Fridays are usually our biggest day there.
Okay.
And we have American families right there, so they always pop on over after work.
Sure, why not? So a lot of beers on tap. What are some of the beers that you have on tap? Sometimes people just think Irish beer begins and ends with Guinness.
With Guinness, no. So inside we have over 30 beers on tap. We also have flights, so we'll have an Irish flight, but we also have a Wisconsin flight for people who aren't from here, a lager flight and a cider flight, so you can kind of experience a lot of it. And then we've actually brought in like Kronenberg, a couple of German beers, things like that. We have a pretty good mixture.
Okay.
We don't focus on it having to be necessarily just Irish.
Very good. And are there other Irish whiskeys besides Jameson? That's the one that I usually drink.
There are tons of Irish whiskeys, and there are multiples of Jameson too. So you can go beyond just regular Jameson and get like the Reserve and all of those.
Okay, very cool.
That's definitely the biggest one.
Do the bartenders have to get trained? Can they make a shamrock in the Guinness foam?
We don't actually normally do that. They can do it, but usually we have too much volume for them to. It takes a little bit of time. So,
yeah, I've seen it every once in a while, and I'm like, I don't know how the heck they do it.
You do it with a spoon.
Oh, really?
We have more specialty beers, which are floated on top of each other.
Okay.
Those are more common with us. think we have over 10 to 12 of those. But you do usually a lighter beer, and then you float the Guinness on top. And so you have a spoon there, and it floats on.
Very cool. Check them out for St. Patty's Day. This is Natalie from Erin's Snug Irish Pub. We'll be right back as we roll along here on Talk of the Town on CW57.